Hey, look at this. It's your Uncle Joe's Garage with support from Mike Thompson RV. Not in my garage today. We're in a much bigger, better garage. Gabriel Iglesias is with us here. Fluffy, nice toys.
Thank you. Do you start every sentence with the RV thing? The last couple times I talked to you, you always start off the conversation with the RV thing.
The rent is due.
I get it. I get it, of course.
So that's what you need is an RV in here. You don't need an RV in here.
No.
I thought you were joking.
This is like an RV parking spot.
I
That's
know.
what it is.
Well, it's history here, too. I thought you were joking when you first said I had like 10 or 15
20
buses. 20 now? We're starting out up here at this end. I'm going to guess this is the oldest one.
That is definitely the oldest one. It's a 1952 barn door, Volkswagen barn door bus. They came out originally in 1950, and this is the oldest one I could find in that condition.
Oh, it's amazing it lasted this long.
Yeah, no kidding. This thing has all of 20 horsepower in it. It's literally like driving a tractor.
Oh my God.
Don't ask me why the Mexican knows about tractors, but yeah, that's that sucker goes. It's not nowhere near freeway ready. Forgive me for.
And it's also not the kind of vehicle you'd have in the winter in Wisconsin.
No. The insulation. There is no insulation in that.
Whatsoever.
No, you're just as cold inside as you would be outside.
Was this one of the first vehicles that you picked up in your collection here?
No, actually, it's one of the more recent ones.
Because it's so old, it was hard to find?
Because it's old, it was hard to find. This one actually came from England.
It's like me. Oh, I didn't come from England, but I'm old and hard to find. Yeah.
It came from England, but it was a left-hand driver, so I lucked out there. I didn't get the steering wheel on the other side, but I don't drive it a whole lot. I mean, I've driven it maybe twice since I got it. Like I said, it's not ready for the streets at all. I mean, it functions, as good as it could for a piece of 1952 technology. But
What's the next one here? The red and black, which are beautiful colors. It's got the beautiful V in the.
This one right here is a Wolfsburg 1956. It's basically this one was made in Germany, and the way that you can tell it was made in Germany is based on the bumper. Anytime you see the bumper like that, that came from Germany. Now, when you see the bumper and it has the rays on it, like those.
Yep.
Yeah, those are ones that are done here in the States or in Mexico.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get a big kick out of, we joked at times about a 23 window bus. You've got at least one here, don't you?
A few. This one's a 23 window bus right here. You can't tell because you're based on the camera angle, but yeah, all of 23 windows. I know most people hear about the 21 window bus, but the difference between the 21 and the 23 is that the two extra windows are in the corners in the back. And that's where they added the extra windows.
And that makes it much easier to clear all the smoke out of the bus.
Basically, yeah. Open up the Safaris in the front and then lift it up in the back, and you're good to go.
60s were a while ago. I barely remember any of that. Let's go down and see what you got the other end down here.
Yeah, come on, let's check it out. All right, the second portion of the show is brought to you by Mike Thompson RV, in case you're wondering, okay? I got you.
Really
I got you covered.
Really good.
Mike Thompson RV. I said it twice.
There you go.
I usually charge a lot for that, but for you guys, just hook up some floor mats and we'll be good.
Aha! I think we got it covered. That's exactly. Gabriel Iglesias inside. What's the name of the garage? What do you call this? Is this
This is the Fluffy Compound.
Fluffy Compound.
The Fluffy Compound. Because originally it was like, okay, it was a fluffy shop, but this isn't bigger than a shop.
Yeah, it is.
It's bigger than a garage. It's bigger than a shop. It's bigger than, it's just warehouse. It's
And you've got workout machines in here, so you come in and work out.
That's the reason why we call it a compound, because it's a little bit of everything. It's a man cave. It's I got a laundromat. I got a barber station. I got a freaking gym in here. The cars.
We thought the laundromat was like a tribute to Rush, because that looks like the Rush. We're looking at 61 buses. Do we call them micro buses?
You can call them microbus, 23 window bus, a combi. Let me see, what else would you call them?
Combi, what the hell is that?
That's a Mexican thing. Call it combis. bunch of different nicknames that they have for these things.
This is absolutely beautiful, and this is the newest one to the collection?
One of the newest ones. We got this one within the last 5 months.
And you had mentioned it says real 23 because there's
fake
ones?
Real 23 window bus. Yes, there's a lot of fake ones out there. People put kits on them, and this is not a kit. This is as original as it gets.
What was the first one that when you were growing up? We joked about this before, but I know there's a real answer. What was the first car that you had, or the first Volkswagen that
My
you had?
first car was a 1968 Volkswagen transporter bus.
Okay, I'm vaguely familiar with that.
Let me let you know now. It looks nothing like this. Nothing like this.
Is that because of the person who was driving it?
Well, also because of the body style in the year.
okay.
You got to figure this is 61. 68 changes body style completely.
You've got one of those, don't you?
I happen to have 2 of them.
Whoa! It's amazing how we can move through this giant complex with all these vehicles in here.
The beauty of editing.
Yeah. This is the original Fluffy Mobile.
Well, this is a
version of it.
Well, it's the basically when I first got my bus, it looked nothing like this. It definitely wasn't 1968, same color.
Yeah.
But just imagine it was an original paint. It was pretty beat up, and it was not
a lot of miles.
A lot of miles on it. And I'd always wanted to get my first car back. Now, obviously, I couldn't track down the original one, but I always wanted to have this bus in particular, and I wanted it to be this color and just this style. And I always said, if I could fix one up, this is exactly what it would look like. So basically, this is my childhood because I was 18 at the time. But
well, there could have been childhoods involved by the time we were done with it.
I mean, I used to sleep in my bus. I'd sleep in it, and sometimes not by choice. It was
some things don't change.
It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. But I got this one back, and just to show you the difference in the value of the Volkswagen bus. For example, this bus that's right next to it is a 1967. As you can see, the body style. It's got the widow's peak, and then you look at this one, and it's a 68.
And it doesn't have the widow's peak.
It changes completely. This is called a bay window bus. This is a split window. This is a bay window, straight windshield all the way across.
Okay. Did you know that when you owned one?
No, I actually started learning about buses once I started buying them. Back then, it was a mode of transportation. This is what's going to get me to work. All I knew is it ran, and if you put gas in it, and you'd shake it to have to hear how much gas you had because the gas gauge didn't work. And I knew that if it didn't want to start, I could push it and jump in and pop the clutch. A lot of people don't know about popping clutches nowadays, but
you can ask your uncle at a different time, not right now.
Popping the clutch. That means something else sometimes. But the biggest difference is the price tag. You got to figure, when I first got this one, I want to say I paid somewhere close to $85,000 for it. And when I first got this one, I bought it for 14. So the difference in the body style is night and day. So when you talk to collectors, the cutoff is 1967, which is this.
And you have a million windows on this, and you have a roll back so people can stand in the back.
Yeah,
Not that I'd ever encourage someone to do this.
Yeah, if you're going to be in a parade, I guess it's the way to go. But yes, this one has 21 windows on it. I call this one the Russ bus because the guy that works on it, his name is Russ. He runs a company called Old Speed, and he's been fixing up Volkswagen since the early 80s.
Wow.
So he's like his place is the holy grail for getting your cars worked on as far as Volkswagen is concerned.
And this is an American build because it's got the super bumpers on it?
Yes, it is.
And this is a 1968.
Well, this one was done here too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Again, with these, some people don't take these as serious. They're not as passionate about it. There's people that are passionate, but not as passionate because this is the cutoff right here, 67.
Dig it.
Me, I like it because you know what? I can drive it somewhere and park it, and I'm not afraid of people messing with it.
So it's entirely possible if people go to the Pacific Amphitheater in July and you're down there performing as part of the Orange County Fair, that this may be what you drive down.
That might be what I drive down, or this one. This right here handles so good. This, I had to do a bunch of modifications to it. We call it a sleeper. You know how it is. It's a total sleeper.
Yes.
Total sleeper.
So there's a Porsche
for example,
engine in it?
Almost. It's got about 100 some odd horsepower in it versus the original.
The
I think
20.
Or
this is.
It's got a lot of power in it. The brakes, high performance, the steering, everything, suspension. It's all done nice. It's got a oil cooler built into it as well. So I mean, it runs.
Nice.
It runs well. It passes cars.
Sweet.
When I'm on the freeway and I'm passing cars up, they're like, "What?" And it doesn't sway like. I remember back in the day when I had my original one. There was so much play in the steering wheel because the tie rods were always messed up. And it was basically like you were sailing.
And all the glass that would be up above, all the weight is higher than, I don't want to ride one of those.
Yeah, it was not the safest thing.
No.
But at the time, I didn't know that there was anything better.
You and I weren't the safest thing right then either. So.
Still.
Thank you so much for showing us your treasures, your children here. And looking forward to seeing you. You're all over the place. You work more than any other human being in the face of the earth.
I do. I do. I walked in here from Houston, Texas a few minutes ago. And next thing I know, we're on camera.
One hell of a walk just to get here, too. Yeah. But we'll see you in July.
July 14th, Pacific Amphitheater.
Okay. Thank you so much, brother.
Thank you.
You know,
Mike Thompson RV, thank you. Send the floor mats.
Hey, here we are inside your Uncle Joe's garage, and I know you haven't been inside the garage yet, but I got some great news for you. We've created a mobile version of the Uncle Joe's garage thanks to our friends at Mike Thompson RV Superstores. Like they say, don't miss a moment. And don't miss the mobile Uncle Joe's garage when it comes to a location near you. I'll be looking for you.